What's going on YouTube? This is iTalk here, and in today's video we have a brand new video. So today I wanted to talk about a subject that I've been meaning to talk about for a good while with you guys about, and I think today is finally the day that I finally talk about it. But before we get into the video, the sponsor of the video as always is my supporter creator code, which is ITalkFortnite. Again, thank you all so much that use my code. Seriously, it really does help me out a ton, guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. Now, let's get into the video. So today we are talking about fake defaults, and you're probably wondering, well, what is a fake default? Unless you've been on YouTube any point in your life and you already know what a fake default is. But anyway, for those that don't know, a fake default is someone that wears the default outfit in Fortnite, has the default pickaxe, default glider, all of that. And essentially what a fake default does is they pretend to look like a newer player, but in reality they're actually a rather good player. Here's a great example of this. You see a guy as a default skin. What is the first thing that comes through your mind when you see a default running around? Do you assume it's a new player, a player that just picked up the game, or do you think it's an extremely experienced player? Back then, a long time ago, back in like season 3 and 4, whenever I saw Black Knight, I was terrified because I was still new to the game, and Black Knights really symbolized they were playing the game for a good amount, even though I was, like I said, it was just back in season 4. It was an intimidating looking skin, and it really made me think, wow, these guys are no one to mess with. You don't want to mess with the Black Knight or the Renegade Raider, Aerial Assault Trooper, Recon Expert, whatever you want to say. Any of these older skins that haven't come back in a while, it lets you know that the player has been playing for a while. And when you see a skin like Aerial Assault Trooper or Renegade Raider, you know, at least unless they bought their account, if they didn't buy their account and they're legitimate, they're probably going to kill you. If you're just an unexperienced player like myself, I'm not the greatest. I can do 90s kind of decently. I'm not the greatest Fortnite player. I never said I was, and I don't think I ever will be a great Fortnite player, to be honest with you. But I'm just trying to say here is that skins do kind of let you know what you're up against. If you're going like on a one-on-one with someone and they're wearing a specific skin that hasn't either been back in the shop for a while, so you know that they have been playing the game for a while, that kind of equates to as experience. So if someone like, say, Demon Joe France has the Ghoul Trooper skin, he would probably be pretty good, right? Well, in his case, not really, because he only plays Save the World. Sorry, Joe. The main point I'm trying to get at is that the skin basically tells you what you are up against. That is one side of the skins that I do kind of like, is how, you know, if you see a Ghoul Trooper, you know you're in for a rough fight because they're probably going to win said fight. But if you're running as a default, what you're doing is you're lowering the guard down for enemies. Enemies are not going to try as hard as to kill the default character. They're not going to spin 90s on you. They're not going to do any of that on you most of the time if you're a default skin. I think this also kind of comes down to the fact that, like, if we see a default, it's most likely a newer player, and we don't want to squander a newer player's experience, and we want them to have fun. So we try to lower our guard down a little bit. We don't try super hard to kill them and give them a chance to actually possibly get the knock or get the kill on you. But what fake defaults do is they give you that false sense of security into thinking that they are a newer player, but they're not. And it's frustrating to see me die by someone with TTV in their name and they're running fake default and then they do the laugh it up emote at you. It's extremely frustrating because honestly, in my opinion, you don't really earn that kill if my guard is let down because I'm trying to give a newer player a chance to kill me. But it's sad because when we have all these people that are doing this fake default thing, what it's actually doing is it's making us go harder on new players that are actually new players. And I want Fortnite to be for everyone, but when you have players that are so skilled at the game and they're going to try hard on every single person they see, even a default skin, it's just kind of upsetting because it makes me think that we're never going to have newer players come to Fortnite. The game to me, this will be a separate video, but the game to me right now is definitely not friendly for new Fortnite players at all, especially because we don't even have a tutorial for new players. So what I'm trying to get at is I'm tired of seeing people run as fake default to get a cheap kill because we let our guard down and we try to give them a chance to kill us, or we don't try as hard to kill them because we don't see them as an immediate threat. Now, there's two things I want to say here as well. Tfue, popular known streamer who runs the fake default from time to time. I don't really approve of it. Again, it's impressive what he does. He's an amazing player, one of the best Fortnite players of all time. But like I just said, if you're running default, but you're not actually a default player, it lowers the guard down for a lot of players, and you get easier kills like that. At least in my opinion, I feel that way. I could be completely wrong. This is all just my opinion, by the way, but I feel like I said, that your guard is lowered a little bit, at least a little bit, when you see a default coming at you and trying to kill you. That's what I think. You immediately pair them up with like the newer player, is what I'm trying to say. And then the second thing I wanted to mention here is that there are players that are good at the game, and they just can't afford skins. They can't afford like skins, harvesting tools, battle pass. I understand that. If you run fake default, but you buy skins, that's the other thing. Most people in this game have a different skin besides the default. I'm talking about battle pass too, not just bought skins. If you are so desperate to make yourself look like a noob and then just wreck the other player, but you have a ton of skins that you paid for, why wouldn't you run a skin that you paid money for? Why are you running as the regular default? Like, it makes no sense to me, and it's extremely frustrating to see people run as fake default just to lower the guard down and to get the kill and make you think that they're a newer player when they're not. And that's all I want to talk about today, guys. I just died by a guy that was running fake default today, and it just really soured my mood because I'm like, wow, you're really good at the game for making me think that you were a newer player. But that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know with a like, but only if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and turn on the bell just to get all my latest uploads, and comment down below, what are your opinions on people that run default, but they're actually fake default players? What do you think about that? Do you think it's okay for Tifa to do it? Do you think it's okay for everyone to do it? Obviously, it's an option for everybody, but do you think it's a little bit cheap to run the default skin if you actually own other skins? I would love to know. Follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite. Follow me on Instagram, ICanTalkFortnite. Again, if you want to support me in the item shop, my code is ITalkFortnite. It seriously does help me out, guys. Thank you all so much for the continued support, and thank you for 300,000 subscribers. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you for giving me a chance with legitimate Fortnite content and non-clickbait content. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.